David was an antique lover. One afternoon, while wandering a flea market, he stumbled upon an old, tarnished picture frame. Inside the frame was a faded photograph of a family, but there was something off about it, something that David couldn't quite place. The faces of the family were unnervingly blank, their eyes hollow and their expressions frozen, as if they weren't real at all. Despite the unease, David felt an inexplicable pull. He had to have it. That evening, he placed the frame on his mantle. It seemed to fit perfectly, though something about it nagged at him. The next day, David noticed the photo had changed. The family's faces were a little clearer now, their eyes less hollow. And in the background, a shadow. It was faint at first, but it seemed to be growing stronger. Curious, he took the photo out of the frame, but the image had vanished. All that remained was a blank sheet of paper. As he stared at the blank photo, something changed. His reflection in the glass didn't match the room. A figure appeared behind him, its face twisted in a grotesque smile. He spun around, but the room was empty. The only sound was the low hum of the old clock on the wall. He placed the frame back down, trying to ignore the growing sense of dread. But the photo, it was changing again. The family's faces twisted, their smiles contorting into grotesque, monstrous features. Their eyes now followed him, unblinking. The shadow in the background grew larger, its form becoming more solid. It was no longer a shadow, it had a shape, and it was moving. The hand in the photo reached out, inching closer toward the frame's glass. David's heart raced. He stepped back, eyes fixed on the frame, but no matter how far he stepped, it felt like the hand was following him. And then, with a sickening crack, the glass shattered. The hand reached through, cold fingers wrapping around David's wrist, pulling him toward the frame. David screamed, but no sound came out. The more he struggled, the tighter the grip became, dragging him closer to the frame. He felt his own features begin to twist, his skin pulling tight as his reflection in the glass became more and more monstrous. The room fell silent. The only thing left was the picture frame, hanging on the wall. And in the photo, David's face, twisted and distorted, now part of the family that would never leave. Do you think you can escape the picture, or are you already in it? Like, share, and subscribe. But be careful what you bring home.